Hi everybody, it's Amy at Crafty Cat, and yes, I still have scraps because we're going to be using them again today. I'm going to try to mostly use scraps for this little book that I've decided to make. As you know, in the last video, if you watched, I was making these little things, and I only made these two right here in that video. With the Tim Holtz portraits up at the top. And so what I've decided, they were going to be like tags, which you could also do with them, put them in pockets. But I thought it would be fun also to make a kind of like another little hinge or flip type journal. So that's what I'm going to do with this. And you can see that I've done one with a lady here. And these are my new this and that labels, so I added one of those, and I've added them other places as well. But oh, why did I want to use one of these little clips, but I don't know if I want it there. Anyway, I've put one of the this and that labels there and also there, just so you guys could see how I would use them. So then I've also added, this was also a scrap, so I have this green file folder. And you can see there's a fold right here, but I don't care about that. And this is the edge of the file folder that normally would be like the bottom that would sit in the bottom of the drawer or whatever. So I've just cut a little tab, glued down here and up along this side. Made a little tab there. So that'll go behind her. And then I have a gentleman here that I'm going to turn into one of these, and so he's a little bit higher than this one, but not as high as the kids, and so that's how it's going to go. And then I also have some thin pieces of corrugated cardboard. I got these really thin ones. I can't remember what kind of box that was, but I've had them sitting in my little box for a little while. But anyway, if you can find a thin corrugated cardboard box, these are kind of nice for something like this. And so this will all just get hinged together. I also used the little house that I showed you in the beginning of Friday's video that I have in my shop now. They look like, this is just one, it's not a big one, but a little one. They look like this when you get them. I did decide to print them in mostly craft cardstock, but I also did one set, because it takes 4 pages of paper. I did one set in black to get to the 36 little houses that you'll get in that die cut set, or it's glow forge cut, not die cuts, but anyway. So you'll get some big ones and littler ones, and then even littler ones, just a mix of different sizes. So these obviously would be more of something that you might put on as an embellishment, whereas these ones could be used as, like I did this one, a tuck or a journaling card or tag or whatever you want to call it. But anyway, I did it as a little tuck there. And that's one of the Tim Holtz minis, the new ones. And then these kids are his regular paper dolls. I'm sure you can see that. And just did a tag to tuck in there. And I hooked that to, this is a piece of manila file folder. I cut down the file part here, the tab, because it normally like came down to here, I think. You know, they're pretty big tabs on the actual file folders. So I just cut it down and I added a number there. I'm gonna put a eyelet in and hang something off of it. But anyway, that goes like that. Then there'll be a tag. And then there's a young man here that'll be at the back. And then we'll have the corrugated cardboard again. And I'm not sure what I'm going to hook it together. I might hook it together with fabric this time, but it'll be hinged just like the last hinge journal that you saw me do. Same idea, you know, where you take a little piece of either paper or fabric and make a little hinge. So I thought about doing the tab thing. You know how you can put like 3 tabs and then the next page you put 2 and then 3 and 2. But the problem is I have these short pages and I just don't think it would just be hard to get it to all work out right. So I'm just going to hinge it all together. Okay, I mean, hinges and tabs are very similar ideas, but they are a little bit different. So I made this little cluster on a bulb pen here, and all it is a rusty bulb pen, because I have my bag of stuff I've rusted. And I can't remember exactly how you do that, but you can look it up. I mean, there's like on Pinterest, and there's places, I'm sure there's even videos on how to rust stuff. I did that almost 2 years ago, so I just don't remember exactly. It's like baking soda and vinegar and that kind of thing. I think you put bleach in it too. It's a crazy combination of stuff. You want it outside, so it's a good summer thing to do because it will gag you. It's awful. But anyway, I have a bulb pin that's rusted. I have a little, these are the backs of eyelets. Some eyelets come with like a backing piece for them. And then I have this little rusted safety pin that I've just put some little beads on. And then I just have pieces of fabric on here and a piece of old lace. And I thought that hanging from there would be kind of a cool thing to have. So we've got that. I've got my little bulldog clip there that I want to do something with. I don't know yet. So, but first we need to work some more on these. So maybe we'll do the gentleman today. So how you all doing? I didn't even ask that. I apologize. I'm doing pretty good. Just getting stuff done today. Like always, right? Just got to get stuff done when you have time. So yeah, I ran to the post office and grocery store, because for me it's Thursday. I know that's kind of crazy because for you it's Monday, but I'm just trying to film ahead a little. And so that's where I'm at, and I'm using my scraps because I've got to. They're taking over. So yeah, so anyways, nothing exciting happening around here. My cat has done nothing fun or funny lately. This has a fold in it, so I'm going to go ahead and ink it just to give it some personality. Yeah, I mean, he tries every morning still to watch the birds, but I will play it on my iPad, but not on our big TV. I've told you that, guys, that like 1,000 times, because he whacks the TV so hard that, I don't know. I bought my husband a TV for Father's Day. It was very expensive, and I don't want him making marks on it or knocking it over, any of those kind of things. So we just paid our taxes, and we paid a ton, the most we've ever paid ever in our lives. So yeah, not really thrilled about that. Not a very happy camper on that topic. I know who is, right? But yeah, crazy. Crazy. I think I'm going to use, this is from my In the City, the volume one. Or it's not, it doesn't even have a volume, it's just In the City. Because that was before I made any other ones, and I didn't know I was going to make any other ones, so I'm not paying very good attention here today. But going to make corned beef and cabbage tomorrow. Very excited about that. I know it's way past St. Patrick's Day, but there's just the first chance we got where we were all together that we didn't have something else going on that we needed to do. So I'm excited because that's one of my favorites. Love corned beef and cabbage. This will probably actually go up here and have... Cutting off my nails is like the worst, but they were breaking and just way too long, and I always go crazy, but yeah, I'll put that up there like that, so that'll be fine. But yeah, I struggle with picking up anything after I do that. It's so crazy. I mean, there's still a nail there. I don't know why, but I cannot pick up a darn thing when they're short. Which seems crazy. And I left my glue open all night again. I don't know what my deal is. It's just been this last, you know, basically since January kind of thing. I don't know. I cannot remember to close my glue after I'm done. It's probably because I'm usually doing other things and crafting at the same time, and I think I you know, then I forget what I'm doing and leave the room, and there you go. There you have it. I want a little piece of this on here. I'm thinking I might turn this into a tuck because it is thicker. I think it's Tim Holtz paper. So I think I might. No, I don't really like that much. I do feel like it needs something else on there. These are some sad scraps. I think I might do something like that, just for a little something over here. and then make that a tuck, and then we can put a little tag or something in there. It'd be fun. So thank you guys for all your kind responses to the things I've been putting in my shop. I've just had this huge like creative burst as far as digis and that kind of thing. I do that and then I make a whole bunch and then I kind of like stop. I don't know. So it's just one of the burst times, and then it'll probably mellow out again. I just keep coming up with ideas, so I have a good one coming up. Very excited about. That's almost ready. Actually two, but one will be out sooner than later. Okay, so what am I going to put in there? I had some little tags. What did I do with them? I don't know. Don't know what I did with those. What do I have in here? This is probably too big, but you could kind of tuck it that away. That or something that fits in there well. That would fit in there better. These are those things from Amazon. This one might work. Does it fit in there? It does. Let's do that one. Just because I'm afraid that one will be falling out all the time and just become a nuisance to whoever ends up with this. We don't want any nuisances, right? I'm going to just put it on this craft card that I made the little tags out of. It's nice and thick. And I need to use it because I never use it because it's so thick. I can't even really, I mean, I can cut it on the Glowforge. It's just, it kind of makes a mess if it's too thick, which is weird because the Glowforge will cut wood. But with paper, once it starts, the more it has to work to cut the paper, obviously the longer time it spins on the paper, and so you get more charring and stuff like that. I know it's all nutty, believe me. I'm trying to figure all that out because I had bought that paper thinking it would be great because it's thick, but not so great. So 65-pound weight seems to be the best for all of that stuff. I mean, you still get a few char marks because it's impossible not to, but they're not bad. Put that in there for now. And we'll ink this. It's a nice little spot to write on. I don't think I'll do even a whole lot to it. It's not very exciting, but a nice spot to write on front and back, so that's kind of good. Because this is not going to be a huge writing piece, you know. There's not going to be tons of writing room. So I think it's good to have a few blank-ish things to go in there. All right. That's her. That's him. Where did he go? Oh my gosh, you guys. If I had a brain, I'd be dangerous, let me tell you. There he is. He's hiding. See how he is? Oh, I need to ink the back of his head. That seems to work pretty good. I mean, if you don't want to take the time to cut around him, which I just didn't really, I think that works pretty good. I mean, it's not perfect or anything, but I'm going to use, sorry, the garbage truck is running around out there, so hopefully, I don't think you guys can hear it a whole lot, but if you hear something, that's what it is. And we'll give it a little spritz. And I did decide I like to spritz the back of the cards a little too, just because they look super... Oh, I always do that. Stick my hands all over that. Oh, I did it the other color, didn't I? Oh, Amy. My brain, I am telling you, I don't know if it'll work now, and I don't want to mess that up. I forgot I did vintage photo because it's a little bit closer to this kind of color. Well, it's going to be a little different for this one. Yeah, you'll get your fingerprints all over it if you touch it. And you'll also have brown fingers, so there's that. All right, let's do a little of this on here, extra. And we'll spritz it a little, and then we'll let it dry. Do something else as we do. This bottle, I don't know if it's going to last or not because it just doesn't want to. So weird how it was working just fine. Oh well, it put some drops on there anyway, which is good. Okay, I'm going to set this down to dry over here. And we'll go to the next one and we'll just kind of do it like that as we go. Yeah, I think it'll come together pretty fast because I did get those few pieces done. We can do something with this. Now, something like this might be kind of cool on this. This is some scrapbook paper that I had. It was on a pad of paper. I always grab up those kind of paper pads because I like all the, you know, things like tickets or these kind of things in them. Now this one's too long, so I might just punch the hole up there again. Great way to use up scraps though, just make a little book of all kinds of random whatever. Especially if you're using the Tim Holtz. I feel like it goes with a lot of stuff. I mean, I do have a lot of little Tim Holtz scraps left that I'm using, so it's sort of a cheat, but his paper dolls and things go good with a lot of stuff, so that is the nice part about that. I'll glue this one on. Yeah, the biggest thing is Pasha just keeps wanting to go outside, but it cooled off again. Like today it's 48 or something like that. And, I mean, that isn't cold. Like, that's above freezing, but he's such a spoiled little monster that he wants nothing to do with that. It's not nearly warm enough. So... he's kind of like I am. If it's not 80 degrees, I'm not interested, basically. Or 70. 70's good. 70's plenty. Actually, I'd prefer it to be 70 year-round, but clearly that's not a possibility. But yeah, that's the way he is too. I am not interested unless it's 70. Nothing he loves more than laying right in the middle of the garden box on top of any flowers or what have you in the sun, just watching the birds. This says election December 5th, 1898, and this one's 1900, so this is kind of a cool little snippet of paper. Yeah, we were going to have the corned beef and cabbage tonight, but my daughter couldn't get home. She started that new job, which is awesome. And she thought she was going to be able to work from home tomorrow, but she thinks she's going to have to go into the office. So I was like, well, we'll just save it until tomorrow night. because it's one of her favorites too. Put that over there. I'll spritz this a little if I can get anything out of here. See, that time it worked just fine. So I'll go on there, and then we need to find something to go on our little tab spot. So we're gonna move that up there. Let it dry. What shall we put? We could put one of these. Like that littler one would fit on there. I know it's a keyhole, but I don't really care. Oh, that light bulb's doing something weird. Oh, I just realized I don't even have all my lights on. I don't know that it makes that much of a difference, but the big bright ones are the ones you need. Oh, wow, I can see. Isn't that funny how you do that? You think, oh, I'm seeing fine, and then you turn on lights, and it's like, oh, wow, I can really see. Like, really well. That one would be kind of cool, that 1895. Let's do that one. Scissors, I'll use these. Yeah, so like I mentioned, there's, I think it's 35 or 36 unique little labels. And then I just, you know, made them all different sizes so that you could have them a little bigger, a little smaller, whatever, that kind of thing. I'm just going to get it out of the middle of this sheet of paper because it's a little hard to wrestle with. This pretty lady on it, and some rusty screws, and the date and flowers. So yeah, they're just kind of a hodgepodge of old things, basically. I think that will fit. We can, let's put it all the way to the edge, and I'll just snip those corners. How does that sound? Got coffee on there now. Nobody can make a mess like I can. Let me tell you. I don't know, I think most crafters are the same way. Just by listening to other YouTubers, I think we all can make a pretty good mess, right? I kind of am a master of disaster, as I like to say. Bend that just a little bit. And then we'll trim off the hangover bits. And this one we could put a little, like, bulb pin something on too. Oh, why did I do that? Where did I put that? I think that's why I usually have just one ink, because I get way too confused. What's that? What's this? Now if I can get it right. I did let that dry a bit, because if you've ever tried to punch anything that's glue wet, you're just going to tear it to shreds, basically. Oh, I just realized I'm probably going to end up covering part of that. I'll have to, with my piece of paper right there. Not doing things in the right order, Amy. It's still wet, but it'll be right. So let's see, what are we going to have to lose here? Oh, we can do it a little bit like that. And then it wouldn't really matter, right? Okay, just a little bit more. Yeah, that would work. I'm doing this pretty grungy, as I'm sure you have gathered. Okay, where's our gent? Oh no, he's not going on this one. He's going on the other one. Sorry. He's going on this one. That one is just, you could write a little bit on the front there. You can write on the back. I might put a piece of paper on the back. We need to do some kind of little fabric-y thing under him as well. Oh, I think I did stitch some up yesterday. Let me see. Okay, I can move that for a minute. Got two things going at once. That's probably a bad idea for me. Oh, got coffee all over his face. Okay, let me grab those. Okay, so I had this strip that has like some tweed on it right here. There's a little lace, but that's no biggie. I just stitched a bunch of fabrics together. You just have to make sure you put glue on the end there after you cut it, because you know that's not so great for stuff like that. There's this piece, and I'm just gonna like set it there. And then I also have this other little piece of random string I'm gonna put on here. And we're gonna put glue on this, and I will stitch it too, but I'm gonna put a little dab of glue right at that end. And I'm stitching it because I want it to look like the other ones that I did. I mean, the fabric's already stitched together, but I want to have consistency in that. I don't know how I got glue on that. Well, I mean, I could get glue anywhere, but it's just not going to come off. So I guess that's part of his little distressing. Okay, so like this one I put a pocket on the back. I may end up doing something on the back. I don't know, but that will go there. This one will go in between. I feel like that one kind of needs something else, but I like the fact you can write right there. But maybe just a little something else right here. Like what? Could do just something out of here. This is from that Louisa Heinzel thing. That works. That was in her freebie. So I'm trying to use those up too. I don't know if I cut that one or my daughter did. We didn't do very good, whoever did. Probably me, I'm sure. But I'm not really worried about it. Amy, I don't want to cover up that date. I like that 1900 over there. Okay, that'll go there. She'll go here. And then what is behind him? There was another piece before the girl. What did I do? Was it the cardboard? It must have been. And then the girl. I try to do something in between each of the pieces. Then I think it was a tag, or maybe it was this piece. The boy, the tag, and then the older boy. Okay. Let's do the piece of cardboard. That'll be something different to do. We're going to use a little gesso. I'm sure you're shocked. Oh, I need to hang that on. Let's do that really fast. Sorry. I just want to get that on there because I got all the stuff out, so I should use it. Okay, so I have my crocodile. And we need the bigger hole, I think would be better. I just want it down kind of in this bottom corner. Or bottom portion, I guess. It's not really a corner. And then I think we'll use one of these ones that looks antique-y. Since we're hanging all the rusty stuff off it. I'm probably going to need a, sorry, I know this plastic is the worst thing in the world. Jump ring, probably. I love it when those work because it's great. Every once in a while. It depends on the eyelets. I've decided if they're not very good eyelets, like they're real cheapy ones, because I've bought some real cheapy ones, they won't crush right. They always crush like all sideways and just, it's so annoying. So, yeah, that's definitely something to consider. It's, again, one of the cases of you get what you pay for. And I really feel like that's true with those because they just won't squash right if you buy the cheap ones. And these are just jump rings that I got, you know, when you get like a jewelry making kit or whatever. And most of this stuff I've gotten from like BB Craft because they were sending me stuff for a while to show. And because I've never gotten into jewelry making at all. Oh, you know what? I just realized I did this whole pin backwards. Oh, my goodness me. And the problem is getting that fabric off of that rusty pin is almost impossible. So you got to put that on. Because when you do a pin, it's going to turn that other way. Right? Don't poke yourself with the rusty pin, Amy. Oh, come now. Okay, so now I have everything going the right direction. I can hook it onto there. I mean, I could have probably hooked it through the eyelet, but I think it would have been sticking out all weird. Oh, see, it spun around. Okay, there we go. You know, like tipped, and I didn't want it, I want it to hang straight down so that it's not in the way. Okay, so now we did that. We can get that out of the way. Go back to this. And oh, I need to spatter paint on those other ones too, but I could do that at the end with all of them. When you have hands at work, it's a lot better, just so you know. I'm just going to put a little on here. Do that kind of dry brush thing. And a lot of this is stuff that you guys have seen before, so, but I always have new people, and welcome. Thank you for joining my little channel. I appreciate you guys. New and, I don't want to say old, but people that have been with me for a while. Not here to insult anyone. because I'm creeping up there too. I can't talk. Okay. All right. Now what else should we do? It's going to have to get dry is the problem. I should have done that first. I didn't think of that. So I'm going to pause for a minute and I'll get this dry. Okay, I'm back. I got it dry and I then inked it with Walnut Stain Distress Oxide and Mermaid Lagoon Distress Oxide. And spritzed it with the coffee and dried it again. And this is the result. Okay. I also cut out one of my cabinet card frames that are in the Vintage Frames and Photos digital download, like we used the other day. And it's a little bigger than I was thinking. But anyway, it's not funny. And then I thought one of these old photos, but now I'm questioning because I think that's too big. Because I also wanted to put on this piece of this textury paper, a bit of that, and then this kind of just hanging off a little bit so that it'll hang out of the book a little bit. And I want to put this on, but I'm wondering if it's going to be too big. Would it be better just with the photo? No. I think we'll do it. We'll just do it. Okay, let's get this inked. And this is just some kind of funny, like, packaging for fruits and vegetables or something like that, I think, is where this came from. It's that bumpy paper, you know, that they wrap around, like, pears or apples or that kind of thing. I think my sister gave it to me. She finds cool. She always keeps stuff like that when she sees it, so... She's always bringing me what she's like, I brought you more trash. It's like, yay. Okay, so that there, and then this will just hang off a bit. What do I want to hook that on with? Maybe this. I'm getting quite a bit on there because I want to make sure it stays. I might just kind of put a little bit of glue under those little hang off things because I want them to stay. I don't want them to fall off, but I don't want to lose that sort of flighty feel of it. I know a lot of that's going to get covered, but I'll probably run a stitch down this too. So I'm not going to stress a whole lot about the glue because, you know, this kind of stuff doesn't glue super stellar. But if you don't sew or whatever, don't worry about it. You can glue it. Like if you use a Fabri-Tac or something. I just don't use Fabri-Tac, so. And I want that hanging off like that. And then we are going to glue the picture into the frame, but I also want to back it because it's just on, what do you call that? Printer paper. Oh, my word. Okay. I think I used up all of my cardstock that I had coffee dyed, because every so often I'll send on accident through my printer a piece of cardstock that has printed like an Etsy label or whatever, and then it only uses half a sheet, you know, so then I cut those off and I save them and I coffee dye them to like back tags, do this kind of stuff. So sometimes I do have a coffee dyed piece of cardstock, but not today. I just want something a little bit thick, but not as thick as like cardboard to glue this onto so that it'll be good. And this photo and this frame are in my vintage frames and photos digi, if you're looking for anything like that. I don't know. I thought I was going to rip it there. That would be bad. I think I need a new glue sheet. What do you think? Could I make it more difficult on myself? Probably. Probably could. Ah, just ripped that. My goodness. It's my deal. Need to get their heads. That's the important part, right? Okay, I think it's down. Well, maybe. It wants to wrinkle because I spritzed it with coffee, so that's the dilemma. Okay, so in the last, not the last video, but a video last week, I asked about pins to go in my art glitter glue, because I have looked on Amazon before and not had any luck finding stainless steel. Like, you'll do a search for stainless steel straight pins and they'll bring up all kinds of sewing pins, you know, but then if you look and read, they don't have stainless, they're not actually stainless steel. Well, so I asked that question and some people are like, they're on Amazon. So I go on Amazon and search again because, you know, definitely could be right. And sure enough, they do have them. I promise you, I have looked in the past, unless I don't know what I was doing wrong. But anyway, and wasn't able to find them. But sure enough, they're there. So thank you to everybody. And somebody else said a place on Etsy sells them. So that's another good thing to know. But Scrapbooking with Me or something like that, I think she said, sells those. Maybe that's not, maybe that's the YouTube lady. I don't know. Anyway, I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Put one of my little clusters on there. It would be cute. And, oh, the background, I wanted to do a little something to this part too. Where's my, sorry, you guys are probably about done with me, but I'm almost done. This is Tim Holtz tissue paper. And this one is collage paper typeset. And it lasts forever because I've had it for quite a while. I mean, I don't use it like all the time, but there's a lot of it on there. Which is nice because I can't ever find good tissue paper either. That's another thing. You know, I just don't shop, really, is what it comes down to. I don't have time for that. But yeah, so I don't always find stuff. It's like it has to jump out and smack me in the face before I find stuff a lot of the times. But honestly, I have looked for those pins on Amazon before and had no luck. So, me. Sure enough, they're there. So thank you to all of you who answered that. I really do appreciate it because I don't know what I was doing, but maybe I wasn't putting in straight pins or something. Who knows? Dingy should be my middle name, so. All right, let's use a little bit of this too, because I like it. It's just the sewing tissue, pattern tissue. I want a little bit of that, you know, color. And you could decoupage this on if you prefer to do that. I just always go for the easiest route, basically. I just rip that, which maybe this isn't the easiest route. Okay, and that just gives it a little layering back there. We'll put that on like that. Bottom. I don't know, do I want anything else on there? I keep losing my lid, or my dauber. Like I just need a little bit of book page under there. I just want to see the numbers, really. Yeah. Okay. Keep trying to put it up too high. I like that rusty iron as a base for those clusters. That was kind of fun to use. Okay, and that can go on there. If I'm going to run a stitch, I think I better do it now. So I'm going to do that real quick, and I'll come back and glue this on. Okay, so I just took little bits of fabric and stuck them on, and string and all that's over on my sewing desk, and just stitched it all on. It's all crazy, however, and I left these strings hanging out. So that's going to go on here, and I'm going to use tacky glue. Oops, sorry, I just bumped you guys. Can't squeeze that thing hard enough. I just keep getting it on the desk. Okay. I don't want it to hang off too far. That way, right? It'll be hanging out of the book. Okay. Voila. So there's that page. Okay, so what did we do today? All right, we did this. I am going to put, I think, a piece of paper on there. I mean, you could write on that for sure. It's just kind of dark. And then we did our gentleman with a little tuck spot and a card right here. And our piece of cardboard. So we're getting there. And then we'll just hinge them all together. So I think this is going to be kind of cool. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know, just something fun. This goes here, right? Yeah. So see, that'll stick out. And then we have this one, and it has its little thing. And that one, and then we'll have a tag and that. And we'll probably do some fabric off the edge of this one too, so that when they're all stacked up, you know, they'll... I'm kind of thinking I almost want to go accordion style so that you could, you know, fold it out. I don't know. I'm going to have to think on that. But anyway, there we are for today. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and we will chat again soon. Love you guys. Talk later. Bye.